What up, everybody? I'm Brian Willis, no relation to Bruce, and today we're talking about the 2025 Land Rover Defender Octa. Before we touch on this beaut, there has to be a bit of a history lesson so you can appreciate it a bit more. The Defender is largely known as the world's first successful 4x4. For this, you can thank the two men that made all this possible, the Wilks brothers, Spencer Wilks and Maurice. However, their brilliance in bringing the beloved Defender to life cannot be summarized in a 10-minute-ish video, so you're gonna have to do a bit of your Googles. Seriously, do your Googles. Apparently, a goofy sketch in the sands of Red Wharf Bay in Wales in 1947 led to the birth of this motoring marvel in 1948. The boxy design was a hit. Even Queen Elizabeth II was frequently seen in one, hooning it around her palace. Well, not hooning it exactly, but having fun with it, let's put it that way. Fast forward a few years, and this thing left tracks all over the world. It was just unbreakable. This was the definition of utilitarian before Toyota Hilux knew the word. No bells and whistles, just pure brutality on wheels, conquering all terrains, including the humps on your behind. Yeah, who needs comfort in a car that literally fought wars? After a continuous run of 67 years, production finally ended on the 29th of January 2016 after a total of just over 2 million Land Rover series and Defender models had been built. Oh, you're probably wondering if the Santana, which was popular with our beloved ZRP, was a knockoff Defender. Nah. The Land Rover Santana is a Spanish-built variant produced under license by the Metallurgica de Santa Ana from 1958 to 1983. This robust off-road vehicle was designed to meet Spanish military requirements and Mediterranean climate conditions, which I guess worked for the Zim police force too at the time. Enter the new age of the Defender. An all-new 2020 Defender made its global debut in September 2019. This new model shared no components or tech with its predecessor, and this was what made it a divisive entry, as the people who grew to love the outgoing, indestructible but blistering tanker felt no attachment to the new Defender. Granted, the design definitely paid homage to the golden oldie, but that was it as far as homage was concerned. From the engine to the interior to the "do not scratch me" look of the beautiful gloss finish of the new Landies paint job, nothing else was connected to the Dinosaur Daddy Defender. Too techy for the boomers, but nonetheless was still a hit with newbies who can't handle manual shifters and windows. Now back to the 2025 Defender Octa. First off, you need to know when you're looking at an Octa, or you're just gawking at a regular Landy 110 Defender. The key differences on the outside are flared wheel arches, which make it substantially wider. Not just wider looking, but actually wider. You have a black painted roof. That's not so clear. Good thing there is more. Bronze recovery hooks on the front and back. The Octa logo replaces the Land Rover badges on the car's body-colored side panels. You'd think that's the biggest tattletale difference. Well, it could be from the side, but get this. Since the boxy beauty is fatter, more plus-sized. In other words, wider than the ordinary 110 Landy, its width goes over the 80-inch mark, and the US spec models get to have a Ford Raptor look with the federally mandated forward-facing amber lights. The Octa has a 1.1-inch higher ride height than the non-Octa variants, and get this, because of the bumpers that are unique to the Octa, this gives it a better approach and departure angle than a Ford Bronco Raptor. This car is also part submarine, with an impressive wading depth of up to 1 meter in still waters. This is very impressive considering it's double the capacity of the non-Octa variant. Now, let's take a look under the hood. Landy was not playing games here. So, They went and got an engine from an upcoming manufacturer by the name of BMW or something like that. A twin turbo 4.4-liter V8, the same one in the Range Rover Sport SV. We're talking 626 brake horsepower and up to 800 newton meters of torque. There's also a 48-volt hybrid system in there. This gives the car a 0 to 100 of under 4 seconds and a top speed of 250 kilometers per hour. This is very impressive for such a big sized vehicle. Now, obviously, there's a downside. The fuel consumption, you're looking at anything from 7 kilometers per liter to as ridiculous as 4.7 kilometers per liter, as this is obviously based on how much you are hooning it around. All this ridiculousness is taken to the wheels via an 8-speed automatic gearbox. Speaking of the wheels, we got some mechanical voodoo happening with the suspension. Pay attention now, because yeah, this sounds like something made by Tony Stark. Enter Octa's 6D suspension system. The name already sounds like AI at work. This is a hydraulic air spring based system called the 6D Dynamics that actively adjusts to control the vehicle's movement in 6 dimensions, getting rid of body roll, pitch, and dive on the road while providing maximum wheel articulation for extreme off-roading. Basically, the car pretty much stays upright through corners. It replaces traditional anti-roll bars with a hydraulic system powered by a 48-volt electrical system to link all 4 dampers, allowing each wheel to move independently for enhanced control and stability. The system intelligently adjusts to the driver's style, providing a sports car-like feel on pavement. For off-road capability, there is increased wheel articulation, which is a fancy way of saying the suspension can disconnect the wheels on each axle from each other, allowing each wheel to move up and down independently to maintain contact with the terrain over obstacles. Now, how can we talk about all this without talking about the Octa mode? Yes, it's called the Octa for a reason. That big button under the horn on the steering wheel, just looking at you with those puppy eyes, like, aren't you gonna press me? So you do, and immediately the car's mood changes. The flappy paddles light up a rather disturbing red color. The digital gauge goes all red as well, as a sure head nod to that, yup, you just let the animal out the cage kind of vibe. As you activate the Octa mode, the Defender Octa transforms into a rally-bred monster. The cabin erupts in a fiery red glow, signaling the start of an adrenaline-fueled adventure. First off, you have unique ABS calibration. The anti-lock braking system is fine-tuned for loose gravel, allowing you to brake later and harder with precision and control. Then you have the off-road launch mode. Hold on tight. With Octa mode, off-road launch unleashes maximum acceleration on loose surfaces, blasting you forward with unbridled fury. Then you also have the engine and exhaust tuning. The engine growls, its exhaust note now more aggressive and responsive, as if it's alive and ready to pounce. Then you also have power distribution. The Octa's advanced system sends more power to the rear wheels, giving you a rally-like feel, as if you are dancing on the edge of control. You also have the visual feedback. The cabin screens flash with vital performance data. Power, torque, lateral g-forces, putting you in the driver's seat of a high-octane adventure. Are you ready to tame the untamable? The Land Rover Defender Octa is your ultimate test. Now, let's talk about the interior. This is where rugged meets refined. The Octa's interior blends the Defender's utilitarian design with high performance and luxury features. You'll notice the premium materials and unique touches throughout. The front seats are designed for performance and comfort with supportive side bolsters and integrated headrests. And with body and soul technology, you'll experience music like never before through vibration in the seats. Yes, the seats have audio feedback. The Octa also features exclusive materials like chopped carbon fiber and specialized textiles. You can even customize your vehicle with unique finishes and colors. The Land Rover really doubled down on the Defender here. What do you think about the Octa? And which car would you like for me to talk about next? I'm Brian Willis, no relation to Bruce.